does that mean? David, I love David. He's one of my favorite Bible characters. He's my guy. In 2 Samuel chapter 6, you can read this story if you want, but I'll kind of give you a synopsis of what's going on here. When the Ark of the Covenant finally arrived in the city of David, right? King David led the way worshiping. How did he do it? With abandon. With abandon. The Bible records that he danced before the Lord. That he just danced. He didn't care. He wasn't worried about the crowds. He wasn't worried about anybody else looking at him. He was worried about worshiping God with everything he had. In 2 Samuel chapter 6, verse 14, it says, "And David danced before the Lord with all his might." He gave it all he had. He didn't care what anyone thought. He was worshiping his God. And of all the people to first criticize David was his wife, Michal, right? You humiliated yourself. You're a lacking stock of our nation, right? You're a laughing stock, she says. In verse 22, we see what David says to her. Samuel chapter 2, chapter 6, sorry. 2 Samuel, let me try this again. 2 Samuel chapter 6, verse 21 through 22 says, David retorted to Michal, "I was dancing before the Lord. Yes, and I am willing to look even more foolish than this, even to be humiliated in my own eyes." In other words, he says, you haven't seen anything yet. If you think that was bad, you haven't seen how undignified I'll become for my God.